All right. Hi, you guys. My name is Alita Spire, and I know some of you might be joining us because you're football fans and a bit curious why an NFL superstar chose to do what we do. Or maybe you're just on here because somebody who cares about you wanted you to be on this call to see how spouses support their spouse. Or maybe some of you are wondering if you should join this fine group of people and see if this product is something that you might want to add to your family's nutrition or this mission to bring in some secondary income. Well, I bet some of you are excited like we are that we have a brand new national marketing director. And for those of you who don't know who that is, he is joining our ranks and experiencing the benefits package and all the trimmings that come with us. So without further ado, I want to introduce our guest speaker. So Ricky Proehl is from Hillsborough, New Jersey, currently lives in Greensboro, North Carolina. He's married to Kelly with 3 kids, Alex, who's married to Cole, Austin, and Blake. He graduated from Wake Forest University, 1990, degree in communications, and he was drafted by the Arizona Cardinals in the 1990 NFL draft. He played 17 years in the NFL, Cardinals, Seahawks, Bears, Rams, Panthers, Colts, and he coached wide receivers for the Panthers in the pretty much last 6 years. So he's won 2 Super Bowls. He resigned last year from coaching, and we're going to find out why, to be back in Proehl Park in Greensboro, a family sports complex that he and Kelly built 10 years ago, and to spend more time with his family. His hobbies are family time, beach time, golf, community, exercise, and helping less fortunate kids, football training, and knowing God better. And I tell you, Ricky, when I met your wife, I was in Q School, which is a step in our marketing program. And my kid's dad played professional baseball, so we had a lot in common. And so we shared our faith, our experiences, and I immediately clicked with her. I love her to death. And I can tell you were a good guy right from that meeting, and a man of principles and a great dad. So I'm going to ask you a few questions, and I'm sure that you're going to be spotlighted here. So first of all, I'm sure everybody wants to know, how were you first introduced to Juice Plus, and how you approached Kelly with it, and what was her initial response?
I was introduced, well, it's funny, long story short, when I was in St. Louis, I worked with a gal that used to do, she was a active release. They called it ART, active release technique. And this woman helped me gain range of motion, flexibility late in my career. And I swore by her. I mean, she was awesome. Very religious woman, spiritual woman. And she was taking Juice Plus at the time. And she never really asked me to take it. But when I left St. Louis and went to Carolina, Kelly had a nodule on her neck that she had surgery. It come back, and I said, you need to go see Adrian in St. Louis. You know, she did different techniques that a lot of times when you have it, whether it's clot or stiffness in your neck and your back, she would just basically elongate your muscles, do different stuff, kneading to help resolve different issues. And so I sent her to St. Louis. She ended up finally saying, okay, I'm going to go. She went, met with her, and that's where she introduced her to Juice Plus. And Kelly came home, her nodule was gone, and that's where Juice Plus came. And when I first saw the bottles, I said, I'm taking these the Carolina Panthers. They have them in our dining table. So I've been taking Juice Plus since 2003. And that's when we got introduced to us as a family. When she came home with the bottles, the red and greens, and I recognized them, and I said, I'm taking them. They're in our dining table in Carolina.
That's awesome. So I was just wondering, what made her decide to do the business? Because of the results she got, or were you jumping in also at that time to support her in growing her business? Or was it in the back of your mind, this is an easy solution to add more income to your family? What was your initial reasons for joining?
No, I think the initial reason was more about health. I think Adrian, with her company was all about balance and having balance in your life. And I think Kelly and I have always tried to eat healthy. I think one of the reasons I played 17 years was NFL teams and organizations make healthy living accessible with chefs and how you eat and the greens you eat. And just it's available to you each and every day. And I think as we know, that's difficult as in the everyday workforce. And when you get up early and you work all day and you get home, it's hard to have the greens and fruits and vegetables that you need on a daily basis. And I think that's one of the things that really caught our eye and that Adrian really sold to Kelly, is that this is something that you can take every day. It's going to give you all the nutrients that come from fruits and vegetables that we need on a daily basis.
So was Ricky, was she initially just doing it to share the gift of health with others and had no intention of doing the business, or did she see as an opportunity maybe to take care of something? We know how professional athletes are gone a lot and there's a tremendous amount of time constraints on them. So did she do it like as a hobby at first, or did she do it because she really was passionate about growing an income?
I think if you know Kelly, I mean, she is genuine and sincere person that you'll ever meet. And I think it was about health. I mean, it was about having health within our family and just creating an environment within our family, under our roof, to just educate our kids on being healthy and what that entailed. And kids, I mean, it's the same thing. You go to school, what are they eating? Are they eating McDonald's? Are they eating stuff? So it was important to her, especially as she went through the process of having 3 children. I mean, obviously we'd already had 2, but Blake was young, the kids were young, and she got introduced to the gummies and all that thing. And I think it was more us trying to be healthy as a family, and then it grew. The more she got educated on Juice Plus and the studies and how awesome a product it was, and just the amazing results that we started to see and what we started to feel, just started to grow from there. And then it was introducing it to our friend, all our friends, whether it was our college roommates, her sorority sisters, and then it just kind of grew. And then you realized it could be a business, and then it just took off from there. And I think, but Kelly, first and foremost, I mean, both of our personalities is, to me, it's just, we want to help people. And I think the money came after that. It's just one of those deals that we believe in Juice Plus so much that it's just, we're so passionate about what it's done and what it's done for our family and how it makes us feel and how we live our lives each and every day. And it's just such a good feeling. So we want to share it. And then to be able to share it and help people and then make money as well, and to be able to provide in so many different avenues was just a bonus on top of all of it.
That's awesome. Well, it doesn't hurt to have an NSF certification, so you can have it in the locker room. My son, when he was pitching with the Angels, he couldn't take anything else but that. So I think that's really an added bonus that we have NSF certification, and that Sports Foundation will only allow those products to be in the locker room. I know that a lot of men on our teams want to learn how to approach women with not knowing that there's a hidden agenda. And I always tell them just to say, my wife and I are doing something that might help you, but they're afraid of how it will look like when they do approach women or approach other people. What is the language that you use to share Juice Plus when it's appropriate?
Well, Lita, I think that, I think you touched on, it's so true. I think the first person people want to put up that wall, oh God, here we go. Here's the whole spiel. And again, I just, when you come from an angle of, listen, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just trying to tell you that, I played in the National Football League for 17 years, and I watched what I put into my body. And, I was blessed when you have the resources that that these organizations provided from the eating standard of what you're eating, what you're putting in your body is so good. But when you're removed from the game, you don't have those same resources. And I don't have the time to prepare a salad and a fruit buffet each and every day. But I do know this, I take Juice Plus, I take the capsules, and during the wintertime, I'm doubling up on them. And I know one thing, I haven't been sick in 15 years. I may have had some allergies here and there. I get in change of seasons. But as far as getting sick, that's a direct result of Juice Plus. And that's some of the stories that I try to share. I try to share that towards the end of my career, I didn't have to take the Toradol, the Indocins, all the anti-inflammatories, that I just took 6, 7, purples, and I contribute that to my health and the success that I have playing at 39 years old and still playing on a Super Bowl team with the Indianapolis Colts. And that just doesn't happen. That's not a coincidence. And I think it's a direct result of Juice Plus. And I think going on to the sales again, I think it's just something, the approach Kelly and I take is that we want to help people. And we've seen it for 15 years. We've seen the results, and we want to share the results. And it's, even from running a business, what I've tried to tell Kelly, I've learned so much from playing and coaching in the National Football League to running a business. And the Juice Plus is no different. You're trying to surround yourself with people that have the same passion, same drive, to help people to understand that they're going to have highs and lows in running Juice Plus and selling it, and to form a business, create a business that sustains. And I think that's the neat thing for me is really being excited about building that team that we can be proud of, and is going to understand the highs and lows. Because, you go through it. You have some great months where everything goes well and you're selling, and then all of a sudden people drop out from your team or your team's not performing. And that's tough. That's tough to handle. And sometimes it's frustrating. But that's part of it. That's part of, again, learning through the process and forming a good team and people that understand that they're going to have tough times. And it's no different from coaching a football team, coaching players, and having that winning team. And that's ultimately what Kelly and I are really looking forward to do, is really just being motivators, helping our team really have a vision of what they want to do, what their sights are on running their business and creating a business that sustains over the long haul.
That's awesome. So when people ask you or they comment, why do you do this? What is your most current why now? I mean, you guys are heading towards 75 club and beyond. And so what would you say your most current why is right now?
So we can be healthy, happy, and live in our dream house at the best time, and be able to play golf and enjoy our family, all the things you talked about earlier on in the post. It's Juice Plus has given us so many opportunities to just live, and I loved coaching, but it's a grind. There's long hours, long days, and I woke up one day and realized that, man, my daughter's graduated from college. She's married. My son's going to be a senior. My youngest is a freshman, and I went to see my daughter one time in college. I got to see my son play maybe 4 times, and I said, my life's passed me by. And I've always, I've never been afraid to take a chance. And, people look at me when I walked away from coaching and the salary but there's no doubt Juice Plus and Kelly's, what she has done and the benefits that her business has provided has made that decision a lot easier. There's no question about it. But I can't tell you how excited I am, how happy I am to be home, to be at the park, to be a distributor of Juice Plus, and really put my hands on, roll up my sleeves, and be more of a hands-on and work as a team with Kelly, and just really getting out there and showing people what this great product can provide for their family, as well as what it did for ours.
It's awesome. Well, what are the roles that you and Kelly take? You opening the door to the product to someone, and then maybe attracting them to the opportunity to others. What do you bring into your business together? Like, does she do all the admin stuff? Does she do the follow-up? Do you like bring in leads? How do you guys work that together as a couple?
Alita, right now, I'll be honest with you, I'm still learning. She does most of the follow-ups, but I give her a ton of leads. We have a great platform at the park, with several thousand families that come through our facility, and it's a wonderful opportunity to educate people on Juice Plus. And so right now I'm out there, just talking to everybody like I have been the last 5 years, and direct them to Kelly. And so we have a good tag team, but I really do want to learn more of the details and the ins and outs of the everyday business, because and it is tough because I'm running the business at Proehl Park. So but it's a great situation, and so yes, she does do more of the follow-ups, or I'll give her the names, numbers, and phone numbers. I get all the information and we pass them on to her, and then I follow up with them to see how they're doing, and and how they're enjoying the product. And Kelly's teaching me about the monthly comes up, and it just instead of them getting the orders where they keep coming up, and sometimes people aren't done with their order, they get upset because they don't want to they're not ready. They're not taking it like they should be. And that's the thing that I'm learning, is educating them on they should be taking it every day. So when the 30 days it's time to reorder, they need more Juice Plus. And some of them, but if you don't do that, some of them get upset. Hey, I don't need it yet. I'm getting billed. So I'm learning that those sort of things that, making our customers happy and making them understand that they need to be taken, educating them on what you should be needing to reorder right now, and this is why.
Right. So, what I want to mention also at this time, that there's a strategy involved on when to bring in your spouse. And so you want to definitely check with your sponsor to find out when that is, because you don't want to just all of a sudden signing up your spouse when really it's not the right time. So I'm sure there was a time when she brought you on board, and there was a time when it was time for you to join us. But tell us a little bit about Proehl Park. And I know that was a dream 6 years ago. I don't know how long you've been having it, but what is that? And I'm sure that's your big why now, and what you're doing, and it occupies your time. What do you do there, and why is it, what is your big, why do you like being there so much? What is that all about?
It's it was Kelly and I's vision years ago, and I think for me it was just a matter of when my career was coming to an end, I just wanted to give back. I felt like I was so blessed throughout my 17 years. I from high school to the coach, the teacher that pointed me in the right direction, believed in me, showed me that I had potential, and basically, taught me that this is what you have to do. This is where you need to go. And then going on to college, my college coach, and then all the coaches and players that I played with along my career. It was a dream come true for me. It was something that I dreamed about as a kid. Was playing in the National Football League, and I had so many people that were so influential in my life to get me to that point, and I never forgot it. I never took it for granted, and so towards the end of my career, I wanted to give children a platform to realize their dreams, and that's where all the facilities that I've been in, the teams that I played for, was kind of how I created the model, the footprint of Proehl Park. And what it was from an after-school program to a study hall to basketball courts, soccer fields, baseball fields, football fields, weight rooms, coaches, mentors, leadership through FCA. My foundations run out of there. We provide scholarships for kids in need, kids who Parents can't afford different programs, whether it's travel baseball, JO volleyball. And it's just, to me, it was a tough struggle. I couldn't open at a worse time, 2008. The market crashed, and but I believed in the calling, and I trusted in God, and there were times where it was very tough being there all day, every day, and just trying to find a way that people would come in the door and believe in my vision, or believe in Kelly and I's vision. And it took 5-6 years, and we had to rearrange some of the business model, do some different things. And I can tell you, Alita, after 8 to 10 years, it's one of the most rewarding feelings in the world to see the kids' lives that we've touched and helped, and to see the park on a weekend now and see 15 to 2,000 kids running around playing soccer, baseball, basketball. We're raising money for a $500,000 all-inclusive playground right now. You look at children that are, now you look at handicapped children, autistic children, they're all incorporated in our public schools now. When I was in school, that wasn't the case. And I never thought about, when it was recess, I ran outside, got on the playground, and now you have kids who can't go out on the playground. So we're building an all-inclusive playground that is handicap accessible, wheelchair accessible for every kid that has any handicap. Will be able to utilize this mentally or physically. We'll be able to use it interactive as well. And just excited about the things that we're doing at the park, and the people that we're helping, the families that we're serving, not just in our community, but the surrounding communities. And it's just such a blessing, because I've got such a good team, and a team that's been with me for 10 years, that 10 years ago, they believed in the vision. I couldn't pay them what they deserved, and they stuck by my side, and it's been just an amazing experience. And those are the things that I've learned that I want to, build in Juice Plus, and build a team, Kelly and I, that we can be proud of, that understand what our vision is for building a wonderful business with Juice Plus.
That's awesome, Ricky. I mean, it's just like, it's so rewarding to see athletes extend. And I know you had a couple players on the Panthers that were, my daughter works down at Levine Children's Hospital in Charlotte, and who had a kid, and I guess he's providing housing for parents of kids with heart defects. And I just am so in awe of athletes that really do step out of their comfort zone and take that extra step, using their platform that God has given them, and creating some pretty exceptional, wonderful foundations. And it sounds like you guys have really enjoyed this part of Proehl Park, and hopefully maybe one of your kids or both of your kids will be able to join you and working there someday, if you can keep them in North Carolina.
Right. Yeah, it'd be that would be a dream come true. I don't know if that dream will come true, but it would be nice. It would be nice to for them to be a part of it, and they do so much. My son in Carolina is so proud of the awards he's won because of his involvement in the Children's Hospital at Chapel Hill, and the cancer patients that he's been involved with over there. And it's just neat to see your kids grow up, and sometimes you think when they were younger they weren't listening, they weren't paying attention, and we realized they were. And that's a tribute Juice Plus. Kelly's done a tremendous job, and all our kids take Juice Plus and they tell their friends, and it's just fun to see. It's the cycle, it's just keeping the cycle going, and it's a beautiful thing.
And it's also wonderful to see a couple join forces. It's and to work cooperatively together and support one another. Most often you will see, not in Europe, it's mostly all men, but often in the United States, until that woman brings home that check with a comma in it, then the husband starts paying attention. But it's wonderful to see a spouse supporting another spouse. And what do you have to say about spouses, that there might be some spouses on the phone right now that maybe could use a little bit of nudging.
Well, Alita, I will say this: I can't be more proud of my wife. I mean, and I mean that. I mean, I look at Kelly. I mean, it was probably, whatever, it was 12 years, I guess, something. She had to. It was all about Ricky, and when she started Juice Plus, and she would get those $250 checks, and it became 350, and then 500. It just, for me, it was so inspiring just to see her grow and grow her business, but just more importantly, her confidence, her self-esteem, and to see her build a team and just get so motivated. And we talked about it earlier, and then she'd have her times where she struggled, and her team she wasn't doing well, or she'd have some people quit or cancel their orders, and it was hard. It was hard for her, and but just to her intuitiveness and just to keep going and to persevere, and just, for me, it was amazing, and I'm just so proud of the woman she's become. How she runs her business, and how people don't understand, to be successful in our lifetime, you have to work, and it's not going to be easy. And you got to make those phone calls, and you got to make these calls every Monday and Wednesdays. And sometimes you don't want to do it, but that's life. There's times where I didn't want to go practice football, and I didn't want to go train for a month or leave my family for 6 weeks for training camp. But it's something that, when I look back now, it's the thing I'm most proud of. Those struggles, those guys in training camp and battling to those tough times. And I look at Kelly and all the tough times that she went through and what she's doing now. And she still has tough times, but she knows how to endure through those tough times and motivate her team. And it's so much fun to watch her do that. And I'm excited now to be able to go through her with that, go through her those tough times with her, by her side. And, that's exciting. I really am. It's fun.
It's very exciting. And that is like the last 5 minutes I've used talking tonight was enough to light anybody's fire, right? What does Jeff Roberti say? If your fire's not lit, then your wood is wet. I mean, it's just to have your spouse, like, super proud of you. I know that when I was going through my things, my kids, I mean, it was such a great moment when I walked the stage and my kids saw and they respected me, and I just loved it. It was great. You can't put a price tag on that. So we're about ready to close, but Ricky, I want to ask you, on the football field, you played wide receiver, right? And the guy who catches the ball and races down the field to get to the end zone and score for your team. What advice would you give other Juice Plus reps that you yourself use every day that might get them into that end zone?
What would I tell them to take or do?
What would they're working the business, like, or they're considering doing it. There's people on this call that are maybe considering it.
Stay the course. Just understand that it's not always going to be easy, and just stay the course, because there's light. There's light at the end of the tunnel, and there's nothing more gratifying than to see your team come together and be in Arizona, and just, I can tell you from experiencing it as a husband and now as a partner, when I left coaching and to not have benefits, and Juice Plus provide the benefits that we have now, it's amazing. I think it's just, you have to persevere, and you have to just keep telling yourself that this is what I want to do, because it's more than just the money. It's about educating people on health and wellness, and the money will come. And I'm a firm believer in that. And Juice Plus is the best product that's out there, and it speaks for itself. You know it. Everybody who is a part of the Juice Plus family knows it, and it's a matter of educating those people and being persistent and just believing in the words that come out of your mouth.
Ricky, you have knocked it out of the ballpark. You have rung the bell in 2 areas of your life, an incredible season with National Football League, and now you've gotten to National Marketing Director. We're so proud of you. Can't wait to celebrate with you in Phoenix. And I would love to have, Nikki, if you can unmute everybody, and everybody, thank you so much for this amazing interview.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Icha, kuat wayo.
Thank you, Ricky and Alita.